very good afternoon to you tuned into UBC TV. Welcome to our lunchtime news. It's me, Michael Jordan Lukomwa. This very first day of February 2024, and this is what we have for you. President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni has lauded the National Organizing Committee for the recently concluded Non-Aligned Movement and the G77 plus China summits. This was at a luncheon at State House Entebbe, where the president, who is the current chair of the two blocs, highlighted some of the key areas of focus in his tenure. We have details to it.
President Yoweri Museveni and the First Lady Janet Museveni yesterday hosted a luncheon for the National Organizing Committee for successfully organizing the 19th Non-Aligned Movement and the G77 plus China summits that were held in mid-January.
I thank everybody who contributed. You have shown that Ugandans don't have to be corrupt. They don't have to be lazy. And I thank Nachove and her team and Nakadama, the super supervisor. And Nabanja also, Nabanja Prime Minister was also involved. And everybody who was involved.
Museveni hailed the organizers and various stakeholders from the public and private sector for the historic achievement and noted that their dedication and hard work were the backbone of the triumph. Museveni highlighted the four key areas he will be focusing on in his term of office as chairman of NAM and the G77 plus China.
I can see 4 points. Number one, working for peace in the world. That should be number one. We should work with all partners. This huge group of 6.6 billion people to push for peace and try to isolate those who promote war. That potential of south-to-south investments to produce goods and services using the raw materials of this huge group of countries. That's number two. But number three, you remember what I said in the conference center? Once you have produced the goods and the services, who buys them? Who buys them? The market, trading arrangements. That's number three now. Peace, south-south investments, and trade. But then number four, in order to produce goods and services cost effectively, you need investment in infrastructure.
The outstanding National Organizing Committee of the back-to-back summits was chaired by Lucy Nachove, the head of public service and secretary to the cabinet, and Ambassador Adonia Yebare, the permanent secretary to the United Nations.
Let us use this occasion to celebrate our accomplishments, learn from our experiences, and strengthen our resolve for future.
First and foremost, our success stemmed from the spirit of collaboration and teamwork. This permeated in every aspect of our planning process, and despite the challenges we faced, we remained united in our commitment to delivering a world-class event.
The Non-Aligned Movement and the G77 plus China summits attracted thousands of delegates from all over the world. The events positioned Uganda as one of the top countries in the continent for meetings, incentives, conventions, and exhibitions. Dennis Igoa for UBC News.
Lieutenant Colonel Alan Chitanda, the Vice Chairman of the Board of Directors at Wazalendo Savings and Credit Cooperative Organization, emphasizes the pivotal role of leadership in steering the growth of SACCOs. Speaking at the training session in Iganga District during the 43rd Terehe Sita anniversary celebrations, Lieutenant Colonel Chitanda highlighted the need for strategic thinking among leaders, as SACCOs often rely on their guidance. Stressing the importance of good governance, he noted that visible progress in internal systems attracts more members. The training aimed at expanding the SACCO movement in Uganda including interactions. The training, which was aimed at expanding the SACCO movement in Uganda, included interactions with SACCOs from various districts. Ms. Gabula Mili, the chairperson of the Women Entrepreneurs SACCO, lauded the training's coverage of key topics and encouraged further sessions to help SACCOs progress.
I've taken it at the district level. We started with the Bugweri, then from Bugweri we went to Ujiri, we went to Namayingo, Waini Mayuge, then we went to Namutumba. Today we have been this morning in Ruuka, and then this afternoon we finalized with Iga. So the reason as to why we have taken this down to the people is that the SACCO movement is one of those tested financial solutions that we may embrace as a nation to get us to another level. Because the cooperative movement is an all-embracing philosophy. So if our people embrace the SACCO movement, which is even emphasized within the national agenda, then we hope people will be able to improve on their financial status. So that is the message that we are sharing with our members, and we are getting interesting feedback from them, and they are really appreciating.
Chairperson wa Women Entrepreneurs SACCO, Iganga Municipality Council, or other constituency, Iganga District. Olwaleero tubalina omusomo gwa wazalendo gubaire mulungi ino nga gutugemaku. Lwaki gutugemye kuba n'abaide mu kintu kya SACCO kukisako gye tulimu. Batusomesa ebintu bingi, how they started their wazalendo mu ngeri entono aye buti bakuze balina billions and billions of money. Nga bali tukubiriza twena tukole ino tufune sente nga ibene tulina independence yaife nga twamala iro okola registration nga tusavinga.
In more news, with only 6 years remaining until 2030, environmentalists have expressed concern about Uganda's target to reduce greenhouse gas emissions by 22% given the escalating impact of climate change. Experts advocate for the government to prioritize the implementation of its commitments, particularly by increasing funds for climate financing to ensure the attainment of this ambitious goal.
As Uganda strives to achieve its nationally determined contribution to reduce greenhouse gas emissions by 2030, environmentalists are worried that without proactive government measures, the set target may prove elusive.
We have now 6 years left to 2030. We are yet going to see the evaluation is going to be done, and we see where we are standing. It is an ambitious one, but I think if we don't only stop at writing things in papers, that's why you see today's topic was from paper to practice. And we start practicing, like we are talking of, for example, increasing the green cover. Where have we reached with planting of trees, looking after those trees that are planted?
Dr. Peter Babyenda from the Environment for Development Initiative points out that key deliberations such as implementation of measures to reduce the cost of liquefied petroleum gas have not been realized, hindering the progress towards the 24.7% reduction relative to a business as usual scenario.
88% of Ugandans are using biomass. This is largely because biomass is available. That's one. It is relatively cheaper and you can find it anywhere and use it. But we have also seen that it is dangerous. It emits a lot of carbon. The fumes have health issues. We lose approximately close to 30,000 people as a result of these unclean energy sources.
We have just been told that, like Pope Francis said, human beings forget, but Mother Nature does not forgive and it does not forget. So if we just keep saying that we fear gas because cylinders will burst, and yet we've not read about the cylinders to use, how to keep them clean, and how gas is cheaper actually in the long run, then people stick to firewood and charcoal, not knowing that in the long run, Mother Nature will bite.
The NDC signed on June 26, 2028 in Kampala focuses on creating an enabling environment for implementation, monitoring, and reporting on climate actions and adaptation activities. This includes widespread sensitization campaigns to educate the masses about the adverse effects of climate change. Academically, several initiatives have been established, such as the introduction of courses related to clean energy, aimed at combating climate change.
We are putting up a green unit where students will come to see what, if they say biogas, if they say solar, what it is exactly, to encourage the green and encourage the change of theory into practice.
To start up a Green Enterprise Innovation Hub, and in that hub we want to focus on training and incubating people who have innovated things that protect our environment.
Environmentalists stress that there is a need to establish climate financing by creating a climate action fund, and this fund would encourage contributions from manufacturers, agriculturalists, and other stakeholders to finance mitigation methods.
You see, climate change is not only our own. It is caused both by natural factors, but also those big emitters, China and the rest. Those developed countries, the industrialized countries, can they contribute to us? Can they give us some money? But that one requires lobbying. Then can we have a basket where manufacturers, agriculturalists and others can contribute so that we can use that money to finance some of these green projects that we are talking about?
Sada Mubale, UBC News, Kampala.
After the State Minister for Higher Education, Dr. John Chrysosom Muyingo's tour of Bamunanika County, Luwero, government has committed to repair the roads with construction already underway. The Uganda National Roads Authority leads the efforts, urging calm in rural communities during the repairs.
It was a moment of joy and celebration in Chusa Town Council in Luwero District, marking the launching of the long-awaited construction works of various impassable roads in Bamunanika. The launching ceremony, held in Chusa Town Council, was presided over by Abdul Karim Waswa, the personal assistant to Minister Muyingo in Bamunanika, and included officials from UNRA, Canon contractors, and other leaders. This development comes after Minister Muyingo's recent familiarization tour, monitoring various roads in Bamunanika, Luwero District. During the tour, he pledged President Museveni's commitment to rehabilitating roads, especially those destroyed by the heavy rains. The launching ceremony commenced with the Zirowe Chichusa Kamira Bamugolode Road, and others will be constructed accordingly. In the speech read for him by his personal assistant Abdul Karim Waswa, Dr. Muyingo encouraged communities to support the ongoing government construction projects and advised them to utilize the roads for development. He cautioned road users, especially snow trucks and lorries, against damaging the roads by avoiding overloading. Some community members, including the OC3 chairperson of Chusa Sub-County, commended Minister Muyingo for continuously lobbying for the development of the area. They also expressed gratitude to the government for fulfilling its pledges.
agenda okulima oluguudo n'okuva wano ekikyusa njagala kubeera musanyufu nga neebaza ddala minisita olw'omukwano gw'alina mu bukulembeze bwe. Abalwanyi babadde batukyomera nnyo olw'amakubo gano nti twalwanira bwereere n'olwekyo minisita yeebale nnyo yeebalire ddala amakubo amabi n'awuliriza era n'ateekateeka mu nkola n'atuweereza ebyuma bye bitukolere ku makubo gaffe.
Mary Namkose, Salongo Kasibante, UBC News.
Thank you so much for watching. Let's take a short break. We have more on return. Please keep it with us.
Fred! Osmosis. Freddy!
Fred Dollar, my boss, CEO Inojo, the general of generals, the conqueror of conquerors, the first and the final, the sky above the skies, the promised land, the terms and the conditions, the international king crocodile, the source of the Nile.
I don't have money today.
Just take a polite loan of 200k to stock my shop. The signs and symptoms of success. The bank commander, not the bank teller.
Why hustle for a loan when you've got MTN Momo? Wesotinge. Use the Momo app or dial *165*5# for all quick loans. Choose from the different loan options from our partners and get one that works for you. Together, we're unstoppable.
The energy of this land comes to life in dreams and memories. It lights up in these nights and leads us to new horizons. It pushes us to go further and see bigger. The energy of this land comes from here. It comes from Africa, and it vibrates in each of us.
Powered by Africa.
Oryx Lubricants, powered by Africa.
Get value for your money by choosing the right paint. With Global Paints, you don't just paint, but paint for generations to come. Make Global Paints a paint of choice and make your building a paradise. We have weather coat emulsion, undercoat emulsion, silk vinyl emulsion, flat emulsion, super gloss, and high gloss. Global Paint, a reliable product.
Ebiseera by'okuzaayo abaana mu masomero tebiteekwa kukaluubiriza n'akatono. Eno kusimba nnyiriri mpanvu, kano kalipagano ka bidduka. Simanya kuzunga na banka siripsi. Kati osobola okusasula school fees z'omwana wo ate n'okola n'ebirala ntoko ku ssimu ye ey'omu ngalo. Ekikola kyangu nnyo. Nyiga bunyizi *165*8 ogoberera ebikulagiriddwa oba okozese app ya MTN Momo. Ate kati okola ki olwaleero? MTN Mobile Money Uganda Limited erungamizibwa banka enkulu eya Uganda.
In the production process of Aquafina, we expertly filter every drop, providing clear and perfect tasting water to help you keep hydrated with the added benefit of minerals. Aquafina is bottled by Pepsi Cola International in Uganda and is available at only 1,000 shillings.
Nyati Motion Pictures brings you Tuko Pamoja, Bunyoro Kitara segment. Come and learn about the glorious Kitara Empire.
Bunyoro would have simply created an East African community that we are looking for today.
The rulers of Bunyoro are actually Luos.
When the Bachwez weekend Lana war disappeared, that we see the emergence of all these other kingdoms that were under Bunyoro Kingdom. That's Buganda, Bunyoro, Karagwe, Rwanda, Burundi, Nkore.
We are similar people, and genetically we are even the same people.
Use that word pamoja.
Premiering on 3rd February 2024 at the National Theatre from 3 p.m. to 8 p.m. To get a ticket, call 0778 787 660. Tuko Pamoja, proudly supported by UBC, the National Theatre, Ndere Center, Tam Cinemax, Makerere University, and the Ministry of Gender, Labor and Social Development. Tuko Pamoja.
How to use the EIPP. Welcome to the Electronic Investors and Protection Portal, your guide to seamless investment processes in Uganda. Step 1. Navigate the portal. Start by searching protectionstatehouseInvest.go.ug. On Google, use the menu bar for various tasks. Step 2. Submitting a complaint. To lodge a complaint, click Report. Fill out the form, submit and note your reference number. Step 3. Making an inquiry. For inquiries, select Inquiry. Complete the form, submit and record your reference number. Step 4. Whistleblowing. To report anonymously, choose Whistleblow, fill the form and submit. Step 5. Accessing FAQs. Find the answers to the common questions under the FAQs link. Step 6. Seeking information. For investment cycle guidance, hover over Resources, click Resources Center and explore. Step 7. Exploring services. Hover over Services for stakeholder offerings like business registration. Step 8. Tracking progress. To track submissions, click Report, select Track Inquiry or Complaint. Enter your reference number and check your email for updates. Need more help? Call +256 326 100 630 or email info@statehouseinvest.go.ug.
We thank you so much for watching and welcome back from the break. The Uganda Wildlife Conservation Education Center, commonly known as Entebbe Zoo, is actively seeking for partnerships to ensure the sustainability of conservation efforts. The Executive Director, Dr. James Musinguzi, emphasizes the necessity of collaboration with various partners to align with the Sustainable Development Agenda. Dr. Musinguzi made the call during an interactive engagement with Umoja Conservation Trust, an organization keen on establishing a partnership with the Wildlife Education Center, particularly focusing on capacity building. Umoja Conservation Trust aims at creating several botanical gardens across the country and develop eco-friendly facilities, envisioning Uganda Wildlife Education Center as a significant partner in realizing their implementation agenda. The initiative follows the Education Center's recent takeover of the management of Entebbe Botanical Gardens, demonstrating their commitment to promoting tourism alongside conservation efforts.
So we want that approach of linkage between in situ and ex situ, and we think and strongly feel that partners like Umoja Conservation Trust can play very well to make sure we achieve this nexus between in situ and ex situ settings. So that's why when I saw this, I quickly reached out to Brian and I said, by the way, we can work together. Thank you for quickly mobilizing the trustees to come and see what we are doing and see how we can do it better and see how we can partner. Of course, it would be through a medium, like a memorandum of understanding, but I'm sure you want to make a presentation for us also to appreciate what you do so that we see how our aspirations and objectives merge as a way of forging the partnership that we want to put in place.
It's a very beautiful place, and you can see that we are certainly doing a very, very good job. Many people get out of this country to see what we have a lot in plenty here. We need this, we need even more. So maybe a little more money and we organize this a little better. This place is a fantastic place. One of the best tourist centers you can ever see. Nature conservation starts here, and that's important. If we don't start to conserve our environment today, we are sinking our children and our future. This is our own country. Nobody's going to do it for us. We've got to do it, and the starting point is like yesterday. Thank you very much.
I love conservation. But to me, specifically, Entebbe Botanical Gardens is first and foremost a romantic site, because when we were young, this is where I used to come with our boyfriends, and I'm sure my grandchildren would love to come here. So we should do whatever it takes to preserve, conserve, and hand over this treasure to our children and grandchildren.
Small and medium-sized enterprises are encouraged to embrace the initiative of developing their own on-site data center infrastructure to minimize the risks of cybersecurity and data losses. Toshiba Gulf has introduced a revolutionary data storage solution with the aim of empowering business to develop their own data center infrastructure.
The evolution of the technological landscape has prompted a paradigm shift in businesses, moving from traditional and high-risk modes of data protection to hybrid approaches. This strategy involves combining both cloud and on-premises data centers.
The cost per GB in storing into that NAND flash storage is a bit costly. That's why we recommend a hybrid solution of SSD and hard drive.
To cope up with dynamic data protection needs and evade cybersecurity-related issues, Toshiba Gulf, a technological company, has initiated a module to empower businesses to build their own data center infrastructure as a resilient data storage solution.
Right? National data is confidential. So that's where we are promoting this concept. Build your own data center in your premises, or some of the data you can put on cloud in case of any eventuality. You can locate the data wherever you want using the...
The initiative aims to equip sales and pre-sales teams belonging to system integrators and enterprises with the comprehensive knowledge of enterprise-level storage, particularly focusing on high-capacity and purpose-built hard drives.
So what we require here is you don't store data in one location, you would rather store it in multiple locations. That's what we call as disaster recovery. Suppose there is a virus attack or a cyber security attack in one of your places here, you have your backup in some other places.
Small and medium-sized enterprises are urged to coordinate for joint data center infrastructure for affordability purposes.
Or they have a group of 20 people who wants to access the data. We have network attached to it, right? Or they have a huge amount of data which is running into 100 terabytes or close to petabytes. Then we recommend data center storage.
Through education and collaboration with the channel partners and enterprises, the initiative seeks to equip businesses with tools that they require to adapt a data-driven future while optimizing both costs and performance. Abdul Nasir Lobama and Rogers Komagum for UBC.
What they are doing, what their current...
Much for watching. That is all we had for you this afternoon. Let's catch you in other bulletins in the evening. Luganda, Kiswahili, Roda Ngonzi will be here with news tonight. My name is Michael Jordan Lukomwa, wishing you the best of February 2024. Bye-bye.